Chup karo. This could go on forever, guys. Next up, I want to introduce someone who I consider like a little sister. Sanaa Mehta, this year's Philanthropy Chair. She will be introducing our philanthropic partner this year, Distressed Children and Infants International. Please welcome Sanaa to the stage.
Hi everyone, my name is Sanaa Mehta and I'm the Philanthropy Chair for this year's South Asian Society. For the past 28 years, Rangila has been dedicated to giving back to the global South Asian community by supporting nonprofits that are doing incredible work. This year, we are supporting Distressed Children and Infants International through school-based healthcare and eye care programs where students and community members receive treatments and healthcare. DCI supports underprivileged communities in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. This year, the funds you have raised from ticket sales, corporate sponsors, roses, benefit nights, everything, goes towards providing medicine, surgeries, treatments, glasses, eye drops, and more. Blindness prevention is important to DCI's mission. Dr. Ehsan Hoque, originally from Barisal, Bangladesh, is the founder of DCI. Born with congenital cataracts, by age 5, Dr. Hoque had 7 life-changing surgeries, saving him from complete blindness. Against all odds, Dr. Hoque became a doctor in 1987 and now lives in Boston. He has dedicated his life towards DCI, specifically to preventing childhood blindness. Due to last-minute circumstances, he's unable to join us today, but I want to share an excerpt from his original speech. I was one of the fortunate ones. I had a family who had the means to identify my problem and provide necessary treatments. Sadly, there are nearly 48 million blind individuals worldwide, and 500,000 children lose their sight each year. It's hard to believe, but 85% of these cases of visual impairment are avoidable. This is because of the lack of awareness about eye health, delay in detection of problems, and lack of ability to afford treatment. We have spent the last 30 years working to help those who are less fortunate, who are living in poverty, for whom eye care is secondary to everyday food and shelter. We wish he could have joined us here today, but we are honored nonetheless to have partnered with him. I want to share one more quote from Dr. Hoque, one that he truly lives by. Real joy comes not from the ease of life, wealth, or the praise of men, but from doing something worthwhile for another. So our fundraising goal this year was a bit ambitious, and I'll share it with you. $25,000. I know, ambitious. But through countless philanthropy events, from Chai X bubble tea to snacks and sounds at Midnight Mug to the beautiful Rangila roses, we've already raised over $8,200, and that's excluding the tickets you purchased, the tickets you guys purchased for the seats you're currently in. So, altogether, we have raised $30,000. So we have a QR code at the back of the playbill which links to a donation page for DCI, so please consider donating. Lastly, during intermission, you'll be able to find a philanthropy table right outside Gaston where you can also donate to our cause, and we will be selling samosas and cookies on the second floor. So I'd like to end this address by introducing our philanthropy board. So first off, our Director of External Outreach, Saar Shah. Next, our Director of Internal Outreach, Komal Samrow. And finally, our Director of Education and Marketing, Keerat Singh. So thank you so much for being the most incredible philanthropy board. Thank you for powering through my voice messages, my 7 a.m. to-do lists, my preachy motivational texts, and my last minute, Saar, can you please print 400 copies of this in 10 minutes? Komal, shout out to you for never tripping over the dozens of boxes of roses stored in our dorm and being overly enthusiastic about everything arts and crafts. Kiran, I don't think you have ever once complained or sounded remotely pessimistic in our Phil chat, so thank you for being a positive, motivating presence. And Saar, thank you for your capacity to stay up till ungodly hours and for responding to all of my irritating texts. None of this would have been possible without all of you. I also need you all to give one more round of applause to our chords, Karan, Ananya, and Samika. When I tell you they are the most wonderful people to work with, I'm not exaggerating. I found big sisters and a big brother through the Rangila process this semester, and I'm so grateful. Their patience, power-through attitude, and passion for this group of performers, choreographers, and for this cause is inspiring. And finally, I'd like to thank our performers for participating in all of our philanthropy events, pop-ups, fundraisers, and for being here today. This would have not been possible without your enthusiastic support and attendance at our philanthropy events. Through all of your support as well, we are that much closer to a world without childhood preventable blindness. Thank you so much.
Can we get another round of applause for Classical Fusion? We wanted to interrupt your evening of beautiful dances that you've been seeing so far with some beautiful faces. Behind the scenes, we have a few special individuals who have been working very hard to make this all happen. Can we please have our logistics and philanthropy boards come on stage?
To start with our logistics board, first up we have our directors of marketing and communication, Mrinmayi, Ubgade, and Ananya, Shah. Together, these girls made our weekly newsletters and all of our beautiful graphics, Instagram posts, and posters that have been circling around campus.
Next up, we have our creative director, Avantica Saraf. Avantica created our logo, apparel, and designed the beautiful playbills that you have in hand with you. By the way, yeah, give it up for Avantica. And I will also shamelessly plug that you can donate at any time outside and buy merch for proceeds that go towards DCI.
And last but not least on our logistics board, we have Amritha Ramalingam, who is our Director of Special Projects. And as director, she's done an amazing job of bringing various speakers to campus virtually, which has been really great, such as Bella Bajaria, the head of Global TV at Netflix. So give it up for Amritha.
Now moving on to our philanthropy board, who you've already seen before, so you know their names. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about what they've been doing. So since June, our philanthropy board has selected and liaisoned with their philanthropy partner. They've organized successful Crepe Away and Chipotle fundraisers. They've managed another crazy roses sale, tying over 6,000 roses in just 1 week. And they secured over $5,000 from our generous sponsors. So let's give it up for our philanthropy board, especially our Phil Chair, Sanaa Mehta.
These 7 individuals you see tonight have worked autonomously and diligently, spending dozens of hours over these past few weeks to make tonight happen. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. We love you with all our heart.
Wow, wasn't Ross phenomenal? Can we hear it one more time for Ross? My name is Nikash Harapanalli. I am from Dallas, Texas. And I'm a junior studying in the School of Foreign Service. In Kannada, my mother language, there is a word for the place of our roots, Mulastana. Mulastana means the source of your foundation, where your roots can stretch from the seeds to the stars. I am grateful to be your 2022-2023 GU South Asian Society President. I hope I lead with compassion and conviction. 2022 has been one of the most eventful years for our South Asian community. This is the first year where we have had 2 Rangilas. Beyond our statements and events, it is my sincerest pleasure to announce, because of our successful advocacy, the first ever Georgetown University supported academic program that focuses on South Asia. With this certificate In South Asian studies, it is my hope that it burgeons a new generation of South Asian change makers and bridge builders. This year, the Georgetown University South Asian Society has renewed its commitment to celebrating the diverse identities that our community inhabits. Our programming have focused on nuancing our roots. From chai chats on disability culture to a successful fundraiser for Pakistani flood relief. In the face of hate speech, we have firmly established that South Asia and South Asians matter. We are always deserving of dignity and respect to honor our roots. So this year, we focused on going back, and to do so genuinely, we cannot forget our past. As an institution, we are currently showcasing our culture in a hall named after an individual that enslaved 163 men, women, and children. Our history cannot be divorced from our present, so it therefore must inspire us to do better, to be better, and to challenge prejudice wherever it may be. It is therefore beyond moving to see this night a South Asian traditional classical invocation, a practice banned by the Jesuits 500 years ago during their Inquisition in Goa, performed here tonight on this stage. It is an act of resilience, of defiance, and of magic. This university has something special about it. It is only in remembering the resilience of our ancestors and dynamically honoring them that we can forge ahead a better future for all South Asians. To be South Asian is to be an individual inhabiting many identities. Our history teaches us that South Asia and South Asians are not a monolith, we are a mosaic. We're a vibrant community bound together by our passion for celebration and the resilience that it inspires. Rangila is more than just acknowledging our roots. It is about celebrating them and growing them. I wanted to end with some thank yous to my parents sitting over there who flew all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thank you. You both, Shankar and Savita Harapanalli, have been my mulastana, and I cannot have done any of this without you. To the chords who made this program possible, thank you so incredibly much. And finally, to my family, to the 2022-2023 board of the South Asian Society, I cannot thank you enough. It was because of you guys that I could be here, and I love you all so much. It is my sincerest pleasure now to welcome them to the stage. Can we please have a round of applause? Give me 1 second. And then I have a little surprise for everyone. It's a little unscripted, but I just could not have done any of this year without you guys. This wonderful family of change makers, of activists, true community leaders of the South Asian community. None of this would be possible without you guys. And so I wanted to give a bouquet of roses to my lovely vice president in honor of our South Asian board. And finally, to these three wonderful individuals, I cannot thank you enough for allowing this a space, dignity, and respect. Growing our roots is more than anything else, and your legacy matters. When you guys graduate, I don't know what Georgetown's gonna be like, but I cannot thank you enough for all your support and for your diligence. None of this would be possible without you guys. Can we please have another round of applause for the 2022-2023 Board of the South Asian Society? Woo!
Guys, wasn't that like so good? Thank you all so much for making this a great Rangila. We hope you all enjoyed the show as much as we did. Also, I have a quick disclaimer I'd like to say to my mom who's watching. Can everyone say hi to her real quick? Mom, I'm not actually with Nima or Jacob. This is all a joke. I'm focusing really, really, really hard on my studies right now. And only my studies and not boys. Do I have to say it?
You have to say it.
Another disclaimer. Yes, Nima is this handsome, charming, and funny in real life. He is also actually 6 feet tall. And yes, he's single.
I swear I'm 6 foot. On a more serious note, we wanted to thank everyone involved in Rangila, and especially the coordinators, Karan, Ananya, and Samika, for making this event possible. I know it must have been hard finding dancers that wouldn't distract from our jokes, but you guys certainly did an amazing job.
Finally, we also want to give a special shout out to the seniors for whom this is their last Rangila. It's so fitting that this year's theme was growing the roots, because that's truly the beauty of Rangila. Whether you're a dancer, choreographer, or whatever Nima is, we can all connect over our shared love of these beautiful cultural traditions.
We're also so thankful to you all for giving us this opportunity to make fun of Nima on stage. But now, for the final act of Rangila, please welcome on stage Karan, Ananya, and Sami.
Can we please get another round of applause for our MCs who really gave our performers a run for their money tonight?
And an applause for our lovely choreographers, Shrishti and Avantica, who are going to be setting up for our final act. Okay. Karan and Sami, I truly don't think we could have asked for a better set of performances tonight. With the evening coming to an end, I think it's fitting if we take a quick look back at the roots that have grown into the show you see today.
28 years ago, the seeds of Rangila were planted by Shah, who we are so grateful was able to join us tonight. Although she may not have known it at the time, Mehta was creating something that would become a huge source of pride for South Asian students at Georgetown.
And then 2 years ago, we were all wondering if Rangila would make a comeback after the pandemic. But luckily for us, last semester's coordinators, Siona, Sanjana, and Neha, worked miracles, literally miracles, in the spring with the Revival Showcase. They, along with all of our wonderful alumni, showed us and reminded us. You all reminded us just how much Rangila means to members of our community. You are our roots.
We have definitely faced some struggles with returning to normalcy as we tried to get Rangila back on track for a fall showcase. But we quickly realized we didn't want normalcy to be our goal.
When we say growing the roots, we don't just mean looking back in time deeper into our rich culture, although of course that is part of it. We also mean learning from the things that we have experienced and making sure that we spread our roots in the directions that we really want to be going.
We want Rangila to actively move towards representing all of Georgetown's South Asian diaspora, so that everyone has the opportunity to share their culture with our community.
Now, before we get too caught up in the end of our show, we wanted to thank a few people and organizations who've kept us grounded and supported us throughout the whole semester.
We are going to be thanking a lot of people, so please hold your applause until the end.
Firstly, we could not have pulled off this show without the 49 members of our Rangila team and our more than 350 amazing performers.
We are also grateful to the President's Office, the Provost's Office, the LGBTQ Resource Center, Campus Ministry, the Office of Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Affirmative Action, the Student Activities Commission, and the Georgetown Programming Board for their generous donations toward our show costs and philanthropic goal. This show would literally not have been possible without your support. Thank you so much.
And thank you to some of our very generous corporate sponsors, to Helvik and to MedStar Shah Medical Group. Thank you for supporting our endeavors and giving back to our South Asian community.
Thank you also to our advisors at the Center for Student Engagement, especially Patrick Ledesma and Venice Antrim, for their continuous guidance throughout this process and answering all of our questions, because you know we had a lot of questions.
Thank you to Georgetown Event Management Services, especially Jacob Mendel, who helped us secure beautiful venues such as this one tonight.
And thank you to our photographers and AV and lighting crew, Optimum, who made our stage look amazing and beautiful tonight.
And last, but certainly not least, thank you to all the parents, especially our own, who are in the audience today.
Love you, Mom.
Oh, and thank you also to the friends and faculty in the audience for your support tonight. Everything tonight, including our fundraising efforts for DCI, would not have been possible without you all.
Can we give a huge round of applause to all of our sponsors and friends and supporters? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now it's our pleasure to introduce...
Wait. Before we move on, we just have one last thank you to make. From myself, all of Rangila team, and all of our performers, thank you to Karan and Ananya, our amazing senior coordinators. For every hour of work that everyone else put in, they put in 5, or maybe 10. From staying up until 4 a.m. to sort out merch and costume issues, to not eating food unless Ananya's mom personally delivered it to them. Thank you, Auntie. I sincerely hope that their lifestyle habits improve after the show is over. But seriously, their dedication to Rangila and all the people in it is unmatched. I'm so grateful that we all got to do this together and that we got so close, because there's really nobody else I would have wanted to or been able to spend 20 plus hours a week with. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys and thank you. Well, that's all I had, and since the next dance is just for seniors, I guess that's my cue. Bye.
I don't know about you, Ananya, but I thought she'd never leave.
Karan.
I'm kidding. In all honesty, Sami has been our rock throughout the whole process, and Sami, you've literally been our little sister in every way possible, and even though you'd make our 2-hour meetings last 4 hours, that's okay because we'd be laughing the whole time.
Sami, you are such an uplifting person. Thank you for having our backs and supporting us and giving us strength and energy when we needed it. We love you so, so, so much, and we are so grateful to have had you as a co-coordinator. Can we please give it up for Samika?